Welcome to day 4 of our identity series. Today, I'm going to be talking about how God speaks our identity over us. In day 1, we began reading out of Psalms 139, and I'm going to continue there from verses 13 all the way to 18. It says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book, before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. If I were to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand." So here we can see that God created us from the very beginning. He spoke who we are into existence, and it says that His thoughts for us are precious, and they outnumber the grains of sand. It's important that we let our Creator tell us who we are and speak our identity over us rather than anyone else. There's a quote that I like from a Christian artist, Lecrae. And it says, "If you live for people's acceptance, you will die from their rejection." We will not find rejection in the Lord. If we go to Him for our purpose and for our identity, we will find it in God. He has spoken purpose over all the days of our life, and He tells us who we are in Him. So today, while you're on your mat, I invite you to let these words speak to you, to focus on the fact that God knows who you are and He speaks your identity over you. On day 1, we talked about how we are fully known and fully loved by God. And then we talked about how God's love is greater than any other and that He desires to be close to us today. So let that truth be yours today and be confident in it. All right, friends, we're going to get started in a simple seated posture on our mat. Crossed at the ankles, hands coming onto the knees, and sitting up tall through the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. Let's start with some deep inhales all together. Breathing in through the nose, filling up through the body. And open mouth, exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath all together. Inhale. And exhale. Walk the left fingertips away from the body. Take the right hand on top of the head, and we're just going to start to bring that right ear over to the right shoulder, lengthening through the left side of the neck. Inhale, opening up here. And exhale, drop that ear a little bit closer to the shoulder. Great job. One more deep breath. And exhale, release the right hand back down and come back to center with the forehead. We're going to take it to the opposite side. So the left hand comes on top of the head and slowly walk the right fingertips away from the body. Inhale, open up through the neck. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. And exhale it out. One more deep breath. Inhale. And open mouth, exhale. Release the hands down to the knees and come back to center. We're going to slowly pull the shoulders up to the ears and get some shoulder rolls going backwards. Inhale, opening up through the chest and opening through the shoulders. And exhale, reverse those rolls, coming forward, moving gently here. coming back to center. Inhale. And exhale, drop the chin down into the chest and start to roll the neck to the right side. Slowly opening up each space. Gently moving here with the breath. And then begin to reverse the rolls, going the opposite direction. Letting go of any tightness or tension stored here. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center, sit up tall. And then inhale, take a twist over the right shoulder, left hand coming to the right knee. Exhale, taking a twist. Inhale, sit up a little bit taller. And exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, take your twist to the opposite side. Right hand coming to the left knee. And the gaze coming over the left shoulder. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. And we're going to take a shoelace pose. So begin to bring that right knee on top of the left knee and the heels coming beside the hips. Now if this is too much on the hips, you can back it down to a double pigeon, bringing the right foot on top of the left knee and either holding that right knee up, placing a block under the knee, or letting the knee come all the way down onto the left foot. But wherever you're at, go ahead and take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, start to release some tightness here in the hips, really opening up in this stretch. Inhale. And exhale, begin to walk the hands forward down the mat, getting a little bit of a fold here in our shoelace or double pigeon pose. Letting that chest come down towards the legs. Great job. Opening up through the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. You bring that chest just a little bit closer down towards the mat. Great job. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. We're going to send the right toes long, plant the left hand behind the hips, and take a modified wild thing posture. Swinging the right fingertips behind, lifting the hips, open up the chest, and allow the forehead to drop back. Just reversing that fold and getting a nice stretch here. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. And exhale, slowly drop the hips back down. Let that left foot come into the right thigh and fold all the way down the right leg, coming into a figure four fold. Great job. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold down. Really beginning to breathe into that right hamstring, opening up through the backs of the legs. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Plant the hands just behind the hips and plant the feet in front of you. And we're going to take a reverse plank. So starting to lift the hips high, coming into a flat stomach, and drop the head back, opening up through the chest, through the shoulders, through the torso. Inhale. Exhale, holding here for one more breath. Great job. Inhale. And exhale, slowly drop the hips down. And we're going to take this on the other side. So bring the left knee on top of the right knee, coming into your shoelace posture on the other side. Again, feel free to back it down to a double pigeon if that's more available today. The left foot coming on top of the right knee, holding onto the left knee, or maybe dropping it down to the right foot. Starting to breathe into this hip opening stretch. Inhale. And exhale, slowly start to walk the hands down the mat and come into your fold here. Just getting a little deeper hip stretch. and allowing the body to melt a little heavier into this stretch. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Great job. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, release the left toes long down the mat. Plant the hands just behind the right hip. And then we're going to swing the left fingertips around and come into our modified wild thing. Lengthening all the way through the upper body. Reaching with those fingertips. Inhale, extending. Exhale, holding here. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, gently release the hips down and take that figure 4 fold on the opposite side, allowing the hands to come down either to the shin or the ankle or the toes of the left leg. Letting the chest come down, heavy towards the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Great job. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, come to center. Bring the hands to plant behind the hips, bending through the knees, and take your reverse plank one more time. Reaching the hips high and releasing the forehead back. Inhale, opening up through the throat. And exhale, holding here one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the hips down. Release the feet all the way down the mat. Inhale, reach the fingertips back. And exhale, reach forward and come into a forward fold. This time focusing on both hamstrings, breathing into the legs. Maybe it feels good to use the hands to massage the backs of the legs. Or maybe bounce through the knees and release some pressure. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down. Great job. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Swing the legs around. And we're going to find our all fours position or tabletop pose. Hands coming under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. And we're going to start to move through the spine with cat-cow. So as we inhale, drop the chest low, lift the gaze high, open up the front body. And exhale, arch through the spine, chin to chest, coming into your cat pose. Go ahead and use your breath to move from cat to cow, slowly and gently, opening up through the chest, and then lengthening through the spine, letting it flow like water. Great job. Inhale, take a deep breath in. And when you're ready, exhale, lift the hips high, drop the heels down towards the mat, and come into your downward facing dog. Starting to walk out those legs. Again, just warming up the hamstrings, finding some movement here. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. Find stillness in the heels. Spread the fingertips out wide and start to reach that chest a little closer in towards the legs. Inhale in your downward facing dog. And exhale. Look to the top of the mat and step or hop your way into a forward fold. We're going to find ragdoll posture, so grab onto opposite elbows. Let the forearms hang heavy towards the mat and the head hang heavy. Maybe rock from side to side if that feels good. Inhale. And exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold down. Slightly bend through the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up into extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it high. And with your exhale, slowly bend in the knees and we're going to find a chair pose. Bringing the hips low and and reaching those fingertips high. Let's hold here for 3 breaths. You got it. Inhale and exhale. Check that you can see your toes past your knees. Inhale. Exhale, coming down just a little bit lower. Great job. Inhale. And exhale, come back to your extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it high. Interlace the fingertips except for the pointer fingers. And exhale, take a tilt to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, back to center. Slightly pressing those hips forward, release the head back, getting a little bit of a back bend here. Inhale back to center and exhale, fold all the way down. Beautiful job. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step that right foot back and rise up into a high lunge. So the hips and shoulders are square to the front, keeping that right heel lifted. Inhale and exhale, come to goalpost arms, so just bend to the 90-degree angle with the elbows, sinking the hips a little bit lower. Great job, holding here, shining through the chest, really framing the face. Inhale, one more deep breath. And exhale, open up into your warrior 2, chest towards the right, reaching the fingertips out to the side. Inhale, flip the front palm, and exhale, take it back for peaceful warrior. Inhale, elongating through the left side of the body. And exhale, take the left fingertips down and find your extended side angle. Reaching the right fingertips towards the front, bending into that left knee. Inhale and exhale, rise back up to your warrior 2. Reach the fingertips high, turn the left toes in, and then slowly fold all the way down into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold down, finding your version of this fold. Maybe grabbing onto the ankles, maybe placing a hand on the block, maybe walking the fingertips through the legs. Whatever's comfortable for you today. Take one more deep breath here in your fold. And then exhale, walk the hands over to the left foot. Turn the toes towards the front and rise back up into your warrior 2. Inhale, extending through the fingertips. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down, framing the left foot, step it back, and take a vinyasa flow. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Maybe again walking out the feet here, or letting the heels sink low towards the mat. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, and exhale, step or hop back into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold down. Getting a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, reach it all the way up into extended mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, bend the knees and come back into your chair pose. Let's hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Checking that you can see the toes past the knees. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, sink just a little bit lower. Inhale, last breath. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, and rise up into your high lunge on the opposite side. Inhale, reaching high with the fingertips. And exhale, bending at the elbows, come to your goalpost arms. Making sure the hips and shoulders are square, lifting through that back heel. Inhale, shine the chest forward. And exhale out through the mouth. One more deep breath in. And exhale, open up into your warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm. And exhale, take it back into your peaceful warrior. Inhale, extending through the fingertips. And exhale, bring that hand down to meet the right foot and come into your extended side angle. Left fingertips reaching towards the front. Inhale. And exhale, rise back up into your warrior two. Inhale the fingertips high, turn the right toes in, and exhale, come all the way down into your wide-legged fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down and find your version of this fold. Maybe again on a block, grabbing the ankles or sending the fingertips through the legs. Inhale, breathing into the hips. And exhale. Great job. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, walk the hands over to the right foot, turn the toes out, and rise back up into your warrior two. Inhale, extending. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step the right foot back, and take a vinyasa flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walking out the feet here, or again, just reaching with the heels. Inhale, bringing the chest in towards the legs. And exhale, bring the gaze to the top of the mat. Step or hop your way into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down, slightly bending through the knees. Inhale, extended mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to find our way into a dancer pose. So begin to bring your weight into the left leg. And start to bend the right knee, grabbing onto the right foot with a thumbs up. When you're ready, start to lean forward, left fingertips high, and kick into that right hand, coming into your dancer pose. Maybe you stand tall today and just practice that balance in the left foot. Or maybe you take it that step deeper, coming forward with the fingertips. Focusing the gaze here. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale, maybe kicking just a little bit higher with that foot. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Release the foot down. And let's take it on the opposite side. Bringing the weight into the right foot. Bend the left knee and start to grab onto that left foot with the thumbs up. Reach the right fingertips high and maybe staying here today in your dancer, or beginning to kick into that left hand and reach the fingertips forward, coming into your dancer posture. Focusing the gaze. Maybe there's some wobbles today, that's okay. Just find your way back into this posture. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale the fingertips high. And exhale, swan dive all the way down into your fold. Take a moment here to let the chest come in towards the legs, maybe grabbing onto the ankles or the toes. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold down. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come all the way down to seated on the mat. Resting the feet in front of you, hugging the knees. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release the back all the way down onto the mat. And we're going to reach the fingertips all the way back, toes coming forward, getting a long body stretch. reaching and extending through the fingertips and the toes. And exhale, draw the knees into the chest, give them a tight hug. Maybe finding a rock from side to side if that feels good. Massaging out the lower back and the hips. Inhale and exhale. Release the left foot down. Take the right ankle on top of the left knee. And we're going to find a reclined pigeon. So starting to press that right knee forward. Inhale into the hip space. And exhale, release the hands out to a T, and we're going to find small windshield wipers. So just rocking that left knee from side to side. Maybe not making contact with the ground today, but just moving here. Opening up the hip and opening up through the glute. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, come back to center, maybe staying here with your reclined pigeon, or grabbing onto the back of the left thigh and start to pull that knee into the chest. Bringing this deep stretch a little bit further. Inhale and exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale, slowly release that left foot back into the mat. We're going to switch to the other side. Right foot comes onto the mat and left ankle comes to the right knee. Arms coming out to a T, pressing that left knee forward, and find some small windshield wipers. Finding some movement here in the hips. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center, maybe staying here, or maybe grabbing onto the back of that right thigh and pulling the knee into the chest. Deep breath, opening up into the hips, and exhaling out any tension or tightness there, allowing that knee to come a little bit closer in towards the chest. One more deep breath. And exhale, release the foot back into the mat, left ankle coming back away from the knee. And we're going to find a fetal posture. So rolling onto the side, fingertips are reaching towards the back, and the opposite hand just resting into the mat. Resting the head on the bicep and slightly bending through the knees. Close the eyes. Focus back into the breathing. Find a restful posture here. As we finish our practice today, I want to leave you with 3 questions to take time and reflect over. What have you allowed to be spoken over you? Do you believe that you can be free, clean, and new in Christ today? What is the Lord, the Creator of your heart, speaking over you today? God, help us to let go of any lies or self-conscious thoughts that we've held on to in our minds. Help us to let go of things that people may have spoken over us in our lives and anything that is not of you, Lord. Help us to lay those things down today and focus on what you say about us. God, give us our true identity in you and help us to lay down the rest. We love you, Lord. Thank you for drawing near to us and speaking life over our hearts. We want to rest in that today. We pray these things in your name. Amen. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on your mat. and I look forward to seeing you next time.